welcoming on stage Roxana, who's Managing Director of Launchpool Labs. Very lovely to have you here, Susanna. Absolute pleasure.
Thank you. Nice to meet everyone. I'm not going to take too much of your time. I'll just talk briefly about incubation and crowdfunding, which I think are two very important topics if you are building in the crypto space, so DeFi, Metaverses, GameFi, etc. Now, how many of you have been through an incubator, either as startups or either as investors? If you could raise your hand. Cool. Then what would you think about being part of an incubator as retail investors? Do you think it's interesting? Yeah, cool. That's one person. The reason why I'm asking is because with what we're doing with Launchpool Labs is we're taking very early stage projects through the founder journey. So building your MVP, building your minimum viable community, your MVC, which in crypto is very important because you cannot have technology without community backing it up. And apart from that, we realized, well, a lot of the incubation and acceleration is done through VCs. It's done through companies that will invest. They'll take 5% of your equity. They'll take 5% of your token supply. And the support they offer is amazing through their mentors and advisors. But there's very little community support. You have to go out there on your own as a founder to find your community, to loyalize your community. So what we did, with Launchpool, we have a pre-IDO launchpad which offers guaranteed allocations in private seed rounds. So what we did is we pulled out of the 40,000 members that we have, which are all retail, we pulled out the most loyal ones, the ones that kept the token, the ones that were engaging with our offerings. And we found 2,000 people that were highly loyal. So what we did is we created an NFT-based systems where if you held a minimum amount of tokens for a minimum amount of time and interacted with our smart contracts, we would issue you an NFT, which would stay into your wallet forever. This NFT is not tradable, and this NFT is not for sale. But if you're a loyal community member, you get it. And by getting it, you have access into pre-seed and seed allocations. And you also have access to all of the projects that we incubate, and we take them throughout the incubation journey, which means you can be among the first in the community, you can help them shape the products, we can give them feedback, you can become their counsel. And this is interesting because there are very few platforms out there that offer this to retail investors. Most people in crypto, they will put money into a token expecting it to make 100x, and then they would leave. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to build a mind shift here, to teach people, to educate them, to be their own VC, to help people understand that investments come with risk, also high rewards, and that there's an important aspect here. You invest into something, you have a vesting schedule that you need to abide to, you have to be engaged with the project founders, and you're not just a token holder, you're a potential user of their platform. You're a potential user of their product. And I think this is important because, well, compared to 2017 when you had multiple ICOs that had a token that didn't have anything to do with the product, most of the times you didn't have a product. Nowadays, with DeFi, you can actually integrate your users to also being token holders, and vice versa. Your token holders become users of your product because your products are part of the decentralized financial ecosystems that we're building. So we're hoping that this becomes an example for other accelerators, other incubators, to build communities around them, to educate them, and to help people understand that crypto isn't just about 100x. Crypto is a movement, and it's here to stay. And I think we have the opportunity to innovate and build better alternative systems. So right now, we're in an experimental stage with the industry, but further down the line, it's going to mature, and it is here to stay. So thank you, and yeah, I think enjoy your lunch break. Thank you for having us.